Joe, what's fucking good is back again with Jinros Navy and this bitch with the boy Kaiju. You know the fucking drill. We back at it again with another POV duel, and this time again with the Gecko fucking grind, and I'm gonna show you guys what happened this time. Yeah, so what's going to be interesting is that low-key I am practicing just a little bit for the big three. Now, big three, for those of you who don't know, is actually going to be the cat. It's going to be Gecko. That's going to be Sakazuki. When it comes to the regionals, that's coming up, right? Because I'm actually going to be there, by the way. It's going to be Arlington. It's also going to be Florida. Back-to-back fucking weekends in this shit. So practicing against Gecko, I think, is actually going to be the main. So there are going to be a healthy amount of Sakazukis. I think, unfortunately, in the West, there's going to be a shit ton of fucking cat. Let's be honest. A lot of people are going to be a bunch of fucking Mooger Pigger cats. So I feel like Gecko and cat as like the main two to practice against is going to be pretty safe. Mirror match is mirror match. You don't really have to practice too much of that. You already kind of know the deck inside out. What you need to see, what you don't need to see. So it's like, it doesn't really fucking matter. So Gecko and cat practice is pretty good. I think Gecko is interesting. Cat, you could argue, is skill based. You can argue Gecko is skill based. Skill based for two different reasons. I would say Gecko is mostly just like, okay, it's skill based in resource, arguably, and then you have cat, which is skill based in decision making, knowing how to wall up, when to swing, when not to swing, how to keep him at 2 life, and all this other nonsense. But there's still other variables about that matchup that fucking headache. Anyway, so we roll dice and the homie actually loses. I actually win dice roll. Now a lot of people are seeing you go first in this dice roll. The only reason why is because Sabo 5, and then we got the 7 drop for the Bars, and then you do 9, which is Ice Age Gecko, and then you could just Lucci into Helmepo. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just give first a try, right? And I open up and it's not the best and worst. It's at an awkward spot. You have 2K counter, a searcher, double Hound Blaze for the Pronos, whatever the fuck, and then the Ice Age. But I'm going first though. So I look at the hand and I'm like, do I want to keep this? And I said, psych, we're gonna gamble. We're actually gonna go ahead and mulligan. See if we can get maybe a Tashigi or maybe a slightly better hand or just something, I don't know, more diverse at the very least. But as I was saying, yeah, so between going first or second as Sakazuki versus Gecko, I don't know, my personal experience, it like there's benefits to both. You have so yeah, even curve is even curve. Everybody knows going second on Sak is like pretty solid. Now I don't think it's really an auto lose against Gecko, but going against first, sometimes if you don't see those specific odd pieces or the Gecko Ice Age into exactly Lucci Helmepo, your odd curve doesn't really do shit. So it really feels like it doesn't, I don't know, my experiences, it doesn't really feel like it matters that whole much. Although, yeah, it's kind of like whoever goes first and sees their pieces is like pretty strong, but you're also a bit weaker. And then nice, so I mulligan and also get Tashigi, by the way, on, yeah. So that was a crazy fucking mulligan. So we're going to go ahead and do the Tashigi search. Now our options are looking pretty good so far. Right now we got searchers, Great Eruption, and 2K counter. Now on 3 Dawn, I don't have any plays, so the smart play is actually just getting brand new. Like that's typically what it is as Sakazuki. When you go first, you're Tashigi or you do nothing. On 3 Dawn, you brand new Tashigi or brand new or double Tashigi. Like you're 1 Dawn and then 3 Dawn. You don't, yeah, it's just a searcher play. I mean, you technically on 3 Dawn can definitely eruption into, let's say, Amino or the Hound Blaze, but yeah, outside of that play, in terms of just monster value, that's really it. So he does his brand new. The only options between Susuru and Helmepo, he's obviously going to take the 2K counter. That was also an fucking Absol on the grave, so his grave is looking okay. So I go into the 3 Dawn draw. I mean, the play is looking pretty simple. We got the brand new that we, you know, pretty much invested in for the 3 Dawn play. I end up drawing into, I mean, there's not really much else to really do besides brand new at this point. So we're gonna brand new. We're gonna head and see what we can get out the trash in this bitch. So we get 2K counter, Sabo and Ice Age. Yeah, I mean, you can get Sabo back. You can, I mean, I don't know, 2K counter, but it's like I can grab that back to spell. You can't. I feel like you gotta value the Ice Age. If he has Gecko, I could just Ice Age and get rid of it. Then we're gonna attach 1 and swing 6. Fuck it. See if we can make him take life for just 2K counter for the most part. Yeah, so he does a 2K counter and he shows me Perona, and I'm like, fuck, I got 6 cards. This man's definitely gonna hit his Perona. So unfortunately, this is not looking the greatest. I mean, we started off great technically. You did Tashigi Dawn 1. Dawn 3, we did brand new, swing 6 with the extra Dawn. Hand wise, it's okay. Brand new, Tashigi, great. Hand, it's okay. It's missing a bit of substance. So yeah, at this point, he's pretty much just thinking the optimal play and optimal route. I mean, he only needs to do 3 Dawn typically for the whole, like, you know, Gecko lead ability. Swing 6, tap 2. He's gonna do 1 for the Sindri, which is even, yeah, so that's perfect. Sindri and then swing and then Prona from grave. So he does Eruption, Ice Sage, 8 drop to Suru, and I believe that's a Hog. Yeah, all in the grave, which are spells are not great, but the rest targets are okay. Like they're actually not the worst, to be honest. So yeah, here's the fact that he's got Prona set up. It's like damn, and I think he's just thinking about what to pitch for the ability. But he knows he's gonna summon Prona. I'm already thinking what to pitch, and yeah, pitching spell pitching 8 chop can't. Pitching Sabo risky. I want like a 5 Don play. Pitching 2k. So I don't want to get rid of Hellblaze. I'm already thinking like ahead. So he does the pitch and then the mill, blah blah blah. Okay, so he gets a shit ton of nonsense in the grave. Does Prona, I'm like, all right, fuck it. We're gonna pitch 2k counter, take the 6 queen, and draw. Even though you could pitch something else than the 2k counter and try to keep the hand size smaller. The hand, it's good, but it's not. It's like a hand I want to hold on to, but at the same time, I don't know. And hopefully Sabo can kind of give me more to work with and maybe try to give me something to like kind of, I don't know. Yeah, so it's not the worst. Sabo's not bad, you know. Can't pop my shit. So we're gonna do it raw first thing. Try to see what we can draw. So we draw another Helmblaze and then Omino. So hand's looking actually fucking terrible. I'm real with you. This is AIDS. It's missing a lot of pieces. 8 drops fine. Spells are fine. It's a miss. Yeah, so instead of Ice Age, it needs to be Eruption. Instead of some of these removals, it should have been like, I don't know, like body, like 4 drops bodies, right? So it's just such a awkward hand. Really, really awkward. I'm gonna have to make a judgment call and get rid of Amino and Ice Age and keep the rest. It hurts to do that because I lose Amino, I lose Ice Age, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. And we're just gonna have to swing. I don't think I can even do lead ability. I can, but it's, yeah, I don't know. It's looking risky. To be honest, I'm also playing greedy too because I'm hoping that I could just hold on to the, you know, 8 drop and Ice Age, but that's also assuming I actually reach an Alushi and also hopefully Helmepo, which you won't get there unless you lead ability. But then at the same time, I'm like, well, shit, it shouldn't be that hard for me to get some kind of cost reduction and get use out of the Houndblaze and get rid of Perona and just whatever he has. So I'm definitely playing like fucking greedy as shit, but it's kind of, it kind of sucks. It's like Sakazuki will definitely be put in a situation where you do have to pick sometimes in a hand like this. Do you want to keep removal and then get cost reduction instead, or vice versa? Or do you want to lose your cost reduction removal just to get like 4 drop bodies or anything else? It sucks that you have to pick between Sakazuki. Ideally, black blue matchup, you kind of just hopefully would want to see all of it, your bodies, your removal, your cost reduction, but it's a game of RNG, so these hands will definitely happen sometimes and you just gotta fucking rock with it. Like there's not much you can do about it besides, yes, obviously lead ability to try to cycle it out, but I was like, fuck it, let me play a little bit greedy and see, because if it works out, then it works out huge, like getting a nice cost reduction and a nice, I don't know, it could be like a 4 drop to help kind of make this even. Like Kuzan would be kind of spicier, not gonna lie. Kuzan would be amazing, although it would get rid of. It's not the worst. It's gonna 5k swing. I'm just gonna 6k block. Fuck it. Another thing too is, yeah, I'm not really seeing a lot of 2k counters too, so holding on to this hand is definitely super fucking greedy of me. But that's just kind of like, I'm like, fuck it. Let's see if I can get away with being greedy, because most of the time when I'm just playtesting or I'm at locals, I kind of see and playtest bad habits or gambling, you know, situations or strategies and see like what's the math and ratio that I can get away with it, just so I know future preference and like a regionals that, oh yeah, I'm always gonna pitch with the lead ability no matter what, typically, because I know from these matches this is what happens when I don't. So it's like, I'm really not afraid to purposely misplay or purposely play greedy just to kind of see like what happens, if I can get away with it or not. So yeah, this is me also seeing like how far can I really stretch greedy play and just holding on shit. So it does 6 swing, no lead ability. I was like, oh shit, no lead ability? Okay. So I take it, no trig, it's gonna be a Hina. Taps 4, let's see what he summons. Can't remember what it was. Could have been Kuzan, could have been, that's what it was. Never mind. He actually does Sabo. I thought it was 4 down. So it's 5 down, he does Sabo, draw 2, and he's gonna have to drash 2. Doesn't fucking matter, we don't have Lucy in sight. Everything else is bottom deck, so it's like, alright, we, are kosher salt in this bitch. Nice, we got the Hina, can pair up well with the Helmblaze, although I do want to get rid of the Perona too at the same time, but I mean, we'll eventually get rid of the Perona. It's 5k versus 6k, but yeah, it doesn't really fucking matter. So he pitches 2 and he's gonna pass. So draw, get a Barcy. Okay, Barcy's not bad. You want to see Barcy against Moria for the most part. So going into 7 Dawn here, we have a bit of place. You got the 3 Dawn Hina, 2 Dawn Helmblaze, that's 5. You got 2 more left. My lead ability pitch, because Barcy in the Grave's not bad. You have 8 drop to grab it back, and I drew a brand new. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then we're going to 5 Dawn for the Sabo again. Because fuck it, we ball. It's always good to just block him out from popping, because that's all Gecko can do. We got 2k and Eruption. Get rid of the brand new, so it's a 2 cost target for the 8 drop in the grave, because fuck it, why not? I'm looking at the hand, I'm like, ah, fuck, this hand's still not the greatest. Get rid of the Hina, because I can technically get rid of it later on if I really wanted to. I mean, I have the Eruption, so it does kind of open up like some kind of options. At the same point too, I'm thinking like, damn, 2 Dawn left. One for the Sabo was, I don't know, I wanted to go defense because I don't have that much defense going on. So I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to go ahead and do 7 to lead. See what happens. Because swinging prone, he's just going to fucking summon it back again. More than likely, he's going to do 6 block, yeah. And do 2k counter, which is exactly what he does. Yeah, 2k counter with Tsuru, I believe. At that point, I got nothing else. Psych! I said, fuck it, we ball. I'm actually going to do 6 to Sabo. Does he +1, +2? No, sir. It lets it die. I was like, oh, shit. That was a play that I was just like, you know what, Judgment Call. Let's play. I mean, I have a Sabo. I could keep both. They're both protected by the new one. Why not just swing 6? I want to make sure I can try to get rid of some kind of board, because that Sabo for sure should have gone rid of if I did the Hina and the Houndblaze play, but I didn't. So I was like, fuck it. Swing 6. See what happens. And he kind of kept his hand. So I was like, oh, shit. As you can see by my hand, it's super glass cannony. Like, it's good and it's bad. And I should just be lead ability pitching. But this game, I told myself, all right, let's see what happens if I just hold on to pieces, right? Obviously, I don't think you ever pitch 8 drop ever, unless you're at a position where you actually will fucking lose, or you're against a matchup where they don't have 8 drop, so it doesn't feel bad if you don't have it. But against a deck that has 8 drop, it feels bad when you don't summon it. So for example, against Sock, obviously against Gecko, you want to see the 8 drops and kind of almost greedily keep it. He drops the 8 drop too, by the way. So I'm like, oh fuck. Okay, so he summons the Hog. He's gonna go ahead and do another cost. I believe that's gonna be a brand new replace Sindri. So as I was saying, yeah, in the Gecko war, in this case versus Sack or versus Gecko, you kind of want to hold on to your 8 drops, maybe, unless you like kind of already have too much or too many, or don't want to summon it, or you just go wide. There are some cases where you get rid of it, but it does feel like you hold it. Against every other matchup, you don't necessarily have to hold that many Geckos because they don't have it themselves, depending on the deck, so it doesn't feel as bad. But in this matchup, it feels like, damn, I got a Gecko to compete with their Gecko, right? So I'm like, okay, I gotta keep the 8 drops. Everything else, Houndblaze, Ice Age, Eruption, I feel like you can get away with just pitching it, honestly, and just saying fuck it, trying to get literally anything else to play with, because holding on to it's pretty greedy, but it is what it is. So we draw, I get a 2k counter. So yeah, I'm looking at the board right now. We got 9 Dawn, if not mistaken, like, so we went 7 last turn, so 9 Dawn. Sadly, no Luch, no Hamempo, so we can't do the 8-1 for the 9 into the Luchi, into the Hamempo. We'll spread my Dawn, see what I got here. I think I was thinking of cost reduction, Houndblaze, cost reduction Houndblaze with 3 Dawn left. That's actually what I was thinking of. I was debating doing the 8 drop too as well, but I'm like, I want to get rid of board too as well, and that's what I decided to do. So we did Ice Age. We're gonna do Ice Age on the Gek, make it a 3 cost, and yeah, then I end up swinging into the brand new. We're gonna do -1 to the 8 drop, so make it a 2 cost. And this is where I just start like swinging aggro. I'm like, fuck it, we're gonna do Houndblaze, target. I mean, I have like 2 options, but I'm gonna target brand new, target 8 drop. So his 8 drop gets bottom deck, so I'm not gonna get hugged. I'm gonna do 6 to leader. See if he gives me a card from life, or does he 2k counter? So I'm at 2 life. Is that 4 life? I believe. Yeah, so it's like, damn, resource game and on top of life game, not looking the best in my favor. So it gives me a 2k counter. I'm like, all right, bet. We're gonna do Eruption, tap 1. We're gonna go in -2 on the Perona. We draw 7 drop. Next we're gonna do the other Houndblaze. We're gonna target Shigi, target that. So this is why I actually greedily held on to those cost reduction Houndblaze, because if I make it to this point, it, like, you know, kind of pulls off. So I was like, okay, well shit, all I got is a 2k counter, 2 high drops. I don't think I used the ability yet. Maybe I did, I can't remember actually. 7 drop wasn't bad to hold on, so I want to get rid of like maybe another card. Might, I don't know, it could be a leash or whatever. We're gonna do 7 because 3k from Houndblaze plus 2k to Shigi's 5, you add to that 7. Swing 7 just to see if he actually takes from life, just to try to, like, I don't know, bite him a little bit harder or some shit. So yeah, swing with 7, I'm like, fuck it, because I got no other plays with 2 Dawn. So I'm like, yeah. And then Sabo's effect is also lifted. It's no longer in effect, so everything can be popped. So I did something that I think was actually the smartest play. I went ahead and swung 7, right? So I had 3 Dawn left, so I used 2 for Tashigi. I used the other one for the 5 cost Sabo, so make 6 and a 7. 70 takes, no trig. And then I'm like, you know what? They have no effect. They're gonna get popped anyway. Fuck it, we swing 6. because that's typically what's going to happen in this case. It doesn't take much for 2k counter. Yeah, so guards it out. So he's at 2 life. I'm at 2 life. I have a whatever board that can be swung into or popped into because it no longer is protected by Sabo. I have 8 drop, 7 drop, and a 2k counter. Yeah, he just needs to do an 8 drop, do some popping. All right, so he swings into my Tashigi from his Sindri. That's fine, doesn't matter. I'm thinking like, damn, like this is not looking so fucking good at all. The cards in his hand are probably looking a lot better. He probably has a hand, not just 8 drop, but also decent 2k counters, utility, and reduction. Yeah, if I had to guess, I think he's looking like pretty fucking solid right now. Versus my board. My board should be pretty easy. Like it doesn't take much for like an Ice Age, Helmeppo, you do a Lucci. Actually, shit, man. Yeah, if you actually do an Ice Age 8 drop, that's Ice Age, and then you 8 drop, and then you Helmeppo Lucci, so you get all 3. I mean, yeah, so he's gonna do 5 to lead. I'm like, fuck it, 2k, even though we could still lead swing, but yeah, I need to protect myself. If he swings again, obviously I'm gonna take life. He might also just Gecko swinging up fucking brand new and does the 8 drop play that I was saying from Ice Age and Helmeppo, and he gets rid of the entire fucking board and he establishes board. So yeah, it's looking a little yeah, not the strongest. So he swings with 6, I believe, no ability, and then I just take it. I draw Helmeppo. I'm like, all right, whatever. Ice Age, there it is, baby. And I think he's gonna do the 8 drop play that I was saying. Yep, this is the most optimal. And then they're just gonna do brand new Helmeppo. Yeah, not looking good. At this point, I pretty much lost. At this point, going first, I was not able to take advantage too much of going the first. I think if I maybe did 5 drop and a 7 drop would have been a little bit different, which does make me think that digging for 7 drop was probably the play. I think yeah, being greedy into holding on those spells, the cost reduction, the Helm Blaze, it looked like I was cooking, like I was able to use all of it in one go, but then I didn't have much left to play with, just the 8 drop and 7 drop. So for sure, looking back on this, I can guarantee that just greedily holding on to, you know, spells and cost reduction just for that one turn, I think it was at like 9 Dawn, right? I don't think it was 7 Dawn, might have been 9 Dawn, can't remember. Was not worth it indeed. I think the game state would have been a little bit different had I just kind of pitched those and been a lot more not greedy, but not, I don't know if the term, it's not conservative either, but yeah, just being a lot more smart and just like pitching shit that you can't use. Because yeah, holding on to spells and stuff like that the way I did, it looked like it was looking good, but 8 drop says no. I'm just gonna like gain resource back and I'm just gonna get rid of your shit, especially cost reduction. So I can guarantee for a fact that using lead ability every turn, even if your hand looks good and you want to keep it for the one turn it pops off, it doesn't really have a lot of return value later on. It's pretty risky. So I'm at a point where I basically lost. I'm like, all right, 1 life. We got 10 Dawn. It's got a lot on his fucking board. Yeah, no, there's no way I can get rid of this. We just 3k swinging a Helmeppo, it dies. It doesn't matter. We're gonna do 5. I gotta think though too, because my hand fucking aids. Yeah, we're gonna do 8 drop. Fuck it. See what we can get. There's not, once again, not too much that we can really do, honestly. I think we can just say fuck it. Barcy obviously can't be popped, and then we're going to Tashigi. Why? Because I want to dig deep and see if I can get like a 2 cost spell. There it is, Helm Blaze. That's all I need. I didn't even have to draw the rest, but fuck it. Lost one of the 8 drop, that's fine. Lost 2k, lost Ice Age, and lost Amino. Doesn't matter, just I fucking grab the Helm Blaze. Fuck it, because we still haven't swung with lead, so I mean, the only thing left is what? Helm Blaze Sindri. It doesn't fucking matter, but you're doing it for the high attack. Target, just so it's like an 8k leader. I'm gonna just swing into fucking Hogwarts Legacy, even though we can just grab it back. It's another body off the board. Like, fuck it. It's whatever. So yeah, we're just gonna do 8 into the Hog. See if he actually counters. I don't think he does. 4 cards in hand. No way he's gonna pitch 2 for that. I mean, he could. Because then that's a lot. That's 4 swings into 1 life and 1 Barcy. But yeah, he doesn't. So he may or may not have had it. May or may not had to really do it either. So yeah, we're looking fucking terrible. I mean, this game is basically fucking donezo. Going first was not in my preferred curve. I did start off strong, technically, with the Tashigi into brand new. But I think what I drew and searched into, yeah, not the greatest. I think there were some debates with picking my search targets, but for sure it just came down to me just not using lead ability and just being greedy. So yeah, I don't give a fuck, because in regionals I'm gonna play as smart as possible. In locals, I don't mind playtesting dumbass cards. It could be like 8 drop Aramaki, Isho, putting different ratios and shit. I love fucking labbing and testing. I don't give a fuck. At locals, I also don't mind playtesting strategies or being greedy and just kind of seeing the effects of it. So this wasn't even like a on tournament for the locals because I actually showed up late. So this was like a fun match after the tournament ended because I had to spectate the entire fucking day. What is he? Swing fucking 9, bro. At this point I fucking lost. I'm real too. It doesn't really matter what's happening on screen. So swing 9, I take it. Barcy, cool. He just needs to swing heavy on both and I basically lose. He's gonna swing, he doesn't even need to do 10, but yeah, 10, I'm gonna just block. And then swing the rest with lead, and I fucking died. GG. Sheesh. Nah, but he basically got it. So yeah, that's basically a little grind match, but also just like a nice little example of what happens when you don't use lead ability. Sakazuki kind of this like greedy mentality of like, oh, I gotta keep the cost reduction and the, you know, the removal so I can try to get it off eventually. Fuck no, that shit didn't work. Like, even when I did get off cost reduction and removal, you guys clearly saw that shit. It didn't really do that. It kind of did some stuff, but like to get there, it costed me like weird line of plays, and like I didn't really have much to work with, and I could have had better shit to, you know. So it was like, I can guarantee like using lead ability for sure, like every turn, so you can try to dig to, you know, see what you need. And if you have duplicates, it is what it is. I think it's okay if you gotta pitch a Hound Blaze, an Ice Age. Maybe before you pitch an Eruption, you could activate it, draw, and then pitch again. So it's like technically 2 bit. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, I can confirm it is 100% okay to pitch certain cards that are so valuable. Every card in the deck is valuable. So if every card in the deck is super valuable and important, then by that logic, you can't even pitch anything. But no, you gotta have the mentality that like not everything is that important besides 8-draw. So like you can pitch everything, 8-draw's fine, and you'll most likely see it again if you have like a 2 ratio, 3 ratio, maybe a 4 ratio. So you shouldn't be too scared to pitch it. But yeah, just fucking lead ability pitch, fuck it. Like when in doubt, pitch it out, because you're gonna have a game like this and it's not gonna work out holding those cards. It's just really not. So just pitch at all costs and try to dig to see what you can. But yeah, it was a nice little fun match with the homie. But yeah, nice little fun match with the homie right here. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this match against Gecko. Grind, you already know. It's been your boy Kaiju on Jinros Navy, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Y'all take it easy. Peace.